What's up guys, Sand Legend here, back again with another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, we'll be going over probably one of the worst Blitz battles, or really event in the game I've had the displeasure of playing, which is this Samurai vs. Dragon Blitz battle. This event is not very good if you ask me. It's very difficult, especially with the fact that the boosted list is not really good for anybody that doesn't have the new units. Because some of the units that are boosted aren't really helpful in this battle, and some of the units that should be boosted aren't boosted because they're actually really helpful in this battle. It took me so long just to get these two teams running, and it took me longer because I was trying to figure out any other teams that could work, and none of them were sticking like glue. It was just every team that I made after these two fell apart, and these are the best teams I can make with this event that's going on. I just don't know what to say about this. I hope that this gets changed because this is just ridiculous. But without any further ado, let's just get right into the video. So the first team we're going to be looking at here is my team that I'll be using to farm this event. I'm pretty sure, I think I probably changed this up after this video, but this is the team I used. So this is going to be the 6+ Yamato and V2 Odin team. This team is pretty solid. So the way this works is that we'll be using, certain specials, certain places. We won't be using Raizo, because I'm pretty sure you're supposed to use Raizo on stage 4, because you do get binded, but we have the Yamato here to get rid of the bind for us, so that's one thing. On stage 3, we actually get introduced to a very new debuff called Bleed. And what Bleed is basically the worst but better version of Hunger. What I mean by that is that both of them do reduce your HP, but Bleed does it in a way that's both annoying and not as bad as Hunger, because it doesn't reduce your normal attack damage. But what Bleed does is that it reduces your HP by a certain margin at the end of each turn, but it also reduces your max HP too, as you can see in the video right there. It reduces your max HP, which is actually pretty weird. So after the Bleed's gone, you actually are stuck with whatever HP the Bleed gave you. So whatever HP you are at when the Bleed is gone, that's the HP you're gonna be stuck with for the rest of the run. So just keep that in mind when you're playing this event here. So for stage 4, Kaido, he's gonna shuffle our orbs into unmatching, bomb, and unfavorable slots. So if you have obviously this Shiradoji here, you can also get rid of the matching. You can get some matching slots and get rid of the attack down. Or if you have the Kawamatsu, the Arena Kawamatsu, he actually does get rid of the slots, and he does give you rid of the attack down. You might have to use a support, or maybe the Orochi, whatever unit that came out in the other point farming event. You can use him for the other turns of attack down if you wanted to. But this is just how I use this team right here. We're also going to be using Yamato to get the Wano slots and to lock our slots for the next stage. So the next stage, the final stage, you get introduced to the Strength Kaido, but he can also change into the Int Kaido. There's two variations here, but some of the parameters are the same, some of them aren't. So what they're definitely going to do is both variations will despair the captains for 4 turns and special block for 4 turns. And they also they do the red hockey effect thing. But the Int Kaido is going to get 5 turns of defense up, while the Strength one is going to get 5 turns of damage reduction. So as you can see, we're using Bobbin here to get rid of both of the, you can get rid of both of those buffs with Bobbin here. If you have the Kinemon Digital unit, obviously they're good for this. They get rid of both of those by 6 turns. And the Special Bind and the Despair, we're going to be using the Kawamatsu here. Like I said, if you have other units, you can have like Sabo Ace there. You'll see the next team Sabo Ace is used for the Bind and the Special Bind, the Despair and Special Bind there. And they're going to be using V2 Odin to give us the attack boost, or to give us the buff boost or whatever, and to give some healing and some damage reduction, which we really don't need for this fight. But if you have the Int variation, just keep this in mind, he will revive like he'll do right here. And he will also limit specials to 1 for 2 turns. So just watch out for that. Make sure you bring someone that's either a 2-turn something booster, or that can extend buffs or something like that. So for this last team here, we're going to be looking at the V1 Straw Hats and V2 Odin again. So for this, we're going to be using the V1 Straw Hats, mostly because they actually do get rid of both defense up and damage reduction, funnily enough. So that's the unit we're going to be using for that specifically. We're also going to be using the, like I said, the Ace and Sabo. mostly because of their special, getting rid of both Special Bind and Despair, and because they will give us matching slots when they're Super Switch. They're also going to give us the color affinity too, so we don't have to worry about that whatsoever. We're going to be using the Coliseum Okiku, because their crewmate ability actually does get rid of blindness, which you are inflicted with on stage 3. So that's where we're using them. The Rare Recruit Raizo is the one that actually does get rid of the blindness when you limit break him with his crewmate ability. And like I said, we're going to be using the Arena Kawamatsu there to give us the lock slots and to get rid of the attack down on stage 4. With the support of Jozu on the Ace side, to get rid of the additional 2 turns, making it to where we do get rid of all the attack down. We're also going to see the support of the Mr. 1 and Double Finger on the Straw Hat Pirates, mostly to give us the chain boost, so that we have more damage output. And as you can see, we're going to be using the Rare Recruit Leo here. So the reason I'm using Leo is because for this team, if you get the int variation, this will not be able to defeat it, because you'll actually lose your matching slots. So Leo here, funnily enough, does lock slots, and it's a free spirit unit, so you can run him under the V2 Odin. And so on the final stage, you'll see that I do lock the slots that the Ace and Side will give me after the super swap, and I'm able to carry those into the next turn with the extra boosts that I have with the Orb boost and the attack boost, and I'm able to kill the well, if the int variation comes up, I'm able to kill the int variation too. But for the strength variation, if you get the strength variation, this team I'm pretty sure doesn't kill the first turn, but it will kill second turn, because second turn he doesn't really do too much that hinders you attacking him. But that's really it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really didn't enjoy this event whatsoever. I hated this event. This is just not a good event at all. But without anything else really else to say, like I said, if you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. And I will see you guys in the next video.